Hey everyone, I'm sorry I am late. I had to set the camera and everything up upstairs. As you can probably see, the background is completely different in my not finished bedroom that I started decluttering the other day. So, yeah, I'm going to the cinema in a bit with hubby and the kids. So, I am under instruction to make sure that I am not delayed. So, welcome to the weekly roundup. I'm just going onto the group on my phone to make sure that the comments are coming through. As always, if you're going to comment, then please pop your name with the comments because I've still not figured out how to get the comments to come up on the screen. So, hello, I hope you're all well. It is Friday. Yay, it is Friday. And there's no wind. So, it's not going crazy busy. Storm Sierra, gone. Wasn't overly impressed by her. And then Storm Dennis came along and just ruined my back garden. Don't know if it did anything to anybody else's back garden. It knocked down quite a few fence panels in my mum's garden. I think she lost 6 panels in total, which was a bit shocking. Hey, Laura. So, hi to everybody who may be watching this on the replay. It is currently 5 minutes past 12 on a Friday lunchtime. So, if you're watching this at 4 and you are wondering why I'm not responding to your comments, not naming any names, Lisa, then you'll know why, because it is a recording. So last week, I didn't really do a great deal. It was the beginning of half term. It was my daughter's birthday, but I haven't bored you with any pictures or anything like that of a birthday like I usually do on Instagram with the weekly roundup. But yeah, she had a VIP bowling party and then she had a sleepover, even though I said she couldn't have a sleepover because she doesn't keep a bedroom tidy. But hey ho. So that was my weekend. And then this week, I will tell you a story. I was kind of ragey ranting about this in my head, but I will tell you the story because I think it's an important message. I think it's an important message. So Wednesday, this is before I start talking about any of our classes or anything like that. I covered a class at Birmingham Uni. Now, the university, I'm on their cover books and I've covered loads and loads of classes for them. So this was just a standard 45-minute cover class for me to do. Nothing out of the ordinary, just a legs, bums and tums class. So it was a packed room. Everybody seemed to be enjoying the workout. And then we did the core section. And I said to the room, make sure you do this particular exercise properly. Otherwise, I'm going to come round and I'm going to put my foot there to make sure, you do what you're doing. So I got quite a few laughs out of that. So anyway, there was this girl, I'd said it a few times, and she kept doing the exercise wrong. So I went over and I stood with my foot there, to make sure that she was doing it properly. And she flipped. She flipped. And she literally was like, what are you doing? Get away from me, And in the 20 years I've been teaching, I've never, ever had anything like that happen to me. So in my head, internal voice going, oh my God, what is wrong with this woman? Why is she freaking out? But being the consummate professional that I am, out of my mouth, okay, I was like, it's fine. I haven't meant to cause any offense. Really not too sure what's going on here right now. And she's like, did you want me to do the exercise like this? Yes, I did. Well, all you needed to do was say that. That's what I did. Well, I couldn't hear because the music was too loud and you don't use the microphone. So I explained to her why I didn't use the mic, because it squeals every time I use the mic in there. And generally, everybody at the back of the class could hear me. She was right at the front. So I'm like, right, don't be judgmental. Literally, just leave her. Just leave her. So I moved, just left her to do what she was doing, made sure the rest of the class was okay. And then she carried on with the instruction. I had to say to her, your weights are right behind you when you're doing that exercise, so I'm going to move them. Is that okay? So I moved the weights away from her, being careful not to even make contact with her, So then I came away, finished the class, and then I went over to speak to her afterwards. Now, some people might have done that, some people might not have. I could have just left her, but in my head, I'm thinking there's something not quite right here. So I went over and I was like, are you all right? I didn't mean to cause any offense. As I already apologized to you, I apologize again. And she literally was just shaking and she was like, I'm really, really sorry. I'm really sorry. I said, it's fine. It's not a problem. Hey, Tigger, I invaded your personal space, which you obviously weren't comfortable with. You paid your money to come into your class. You want to feel comfortable. Now, based on everything that's been going on over the weekend, obviously with social media, everything that happened with Caroline Flack and everything else, I truly believe that it's human nature to judge, right? It's human nature to be judgmental, but then you choose whether or not that judgmental comment or thought that's in your head comes out your mouth, right? So I'm not even going to say I'm not judgmental, because everybody is judgmental, but I'm not a cruel or a mean person. So in my head, I'm thinking to myself, okay, initially I was like, what's going on? But then I started to be a little bit concerned, because I thought it was quite a dramatic response to something that was just part of the class. So I can only assume that you know what, I don't even like to assume. She could have been going through something. Something could have happened to her prior to come to the class. I get the impression that she wasn't happy with the fact that I covered her usual instructors class. It could have been anybody. I think I was just there. I think I was just there, and so obviously I got it full barrels. But you know what? Being a mum and being in my 40s prepares you for all this kind of crap, you know? So I was then, it's fine as long as you're all right. It's not a problem. Like I say, didn't want you to feel uncomfortable. So she was all right with that. She put her weights away and then she left. And I went down and I spoke to the centre manager about it, because for a couple of reasons, and I'm going to be honest about it. So first of all, I'm a cover instructor. I get a fair bit of work from the uni. I wanted to make sure that I dealt with it appropriately. And I wasn't going to lose the opportunity to teach classes there, because it's an income stream. I also wanted to make them aware of what had happened in class, make sure I dealt with it appropriately, which they said, they thanked me and said that I did, and that there wasn't any underlying issue, or whether it, just making sure that this girl was okay, because something was just not sitting right with me. I just kept thinking to myself, there's something not quite right here. So, you know, I thought to myself, right, I'm not going to be judgmental. Nobody knows what the other person is going through. She's a young girl. I'm a big woman. Do you know what I mean? And it could have been anything. She could have had a bad day. She's a uni student. The amount of pressure that these kids are under nowadays is immense. And I think that, you know, you have a tendency to put yourself under a lot of pressure, peer pressure and everything else. I think she was embarrassed by the way that she reacted, because it was a full class. And obviously it's a full class of women, so young women, you know, but I just checked them and was like, you guys good? Carry on doing what you're doing, you know? And just walk and just like, I think I dealt with it okay. Just did what I needed to do, and then I came away. But I was concerned, you know, after I got over myself and realised that it wasn't a personal attack towards me. I think if anybody had done that, any person in the class had done that, which you're checking somebody's form, so it's standard, you know, they'd have got both barrels. And I'm kind of glad that I went over and spoke to her and said, are you good? You know, and apologised, even though I didn't do anything wrong. But sometimes you just gotta say sorry, right? Apologised and just made sure that she was okay, because I could have left her to just leave that class. And because she apologised, then if I'd have left her, she'd have felt dreadful, you know, and then she'd have been brewing about that. I mean, I've been brewing about it, but only because I've been worried about this girl. I mean, I'm sure, I'm hoping she'll be fine. And I hope that gave her peace of mind when she left. So yeah, I've talked about that way longer than I meant to, but I just wanted to share that with you. Because last night when I came back, when I taught my class, especially kettlebells last night, and it just reminded me, Globex is always rocks, right? But kettlebells, it just reminded me how much I love teaching in the community and how much I love having you guys, because you're just mine. You're mine. You all belong to me. You know, you go into somebody else's class and it's you don't know what you're stepping into. And so if that had have happened, if I'd have corrected one of your guys' forms in the class, that wouldn't have happened, because you're used to me. You're used to my banter. You're used to the way that I teach, you know, and it just reinforced why I teach community fitness. And I thank you for that, guys, because seriously, sometimes it could be so much easier for me to just stop teaching community classes and go and work in a gym, and it would suck. It would suck, because we wouldn't have the community, like the camaraderie, the socials, the banter, the way that we interact on social media, the way that you guys are friends and you've connected, and you know how you, like, a lot of you are my friends now, and it just loads of stuff. There's so many benefits to being a community fitness instructor. So I just wanted to say thank you for just being awesome, because you guys are awesome and you rock, you know, and you lift me up. When you guys always banging about me being positive and confident and everything else, you know, nobody knows what's going on behind closed doors. And there's been plenty of times where you guys have lifted me up and you haven't even realised you're doing it. So there. God, this is a longer one than I anticipated. Steve's going to kill me. So anyway, so going back to Wednesday, dealt with that episode. And we didn't have family fit camp because it was half term, so I don't run it. So if you go to family fit camp, check the WhatsApp group because your homework was posted in there on the weekend. Rockbox was awesome. Loved seeing the pictures. Absolutely loved seeing the pictures. I always say to Hannah, get me pictures, because I never see what's going on. I never see what's going on. Just had a really good comment come up now. I'm going to see if I can show it on here. I don't know who said it, but they've said you should always learn from difficult situations. And you are right. This is true. And I think as you get older, especially if you've got kids, you definitely learn a lot quicker than you would when you were younger. Absolutely. So, no family fit camp. Rockbox was awesome. I'm glad you guys liked your gifts. That's just our way of saying thank you for being rock stars and constantly supporting us, and just wanted to give something back. Because I know in Glow Beats, like I give out the bracelets and stuff like that, but we really wanted to do something for Rockbox. So make sure you get those bandanas on. But Karen, make sure you wear it the right way. So that was awesome. Kettlebells was busy last night. It was so good to see. It really was good to see some of you guys increasing your weights. Laura, you got to get rid of that 5 and get 6, girl. The 1 kilogram is not going to make that much difference now. Just up 1. It's not going to kill you. You'll be good. You'll be good. So I'm seeing you guys getting fit and strong. You're kicking my ass. So I'm now thinking that I need to get back on the weights game at home, which I do need to anyway, because I need to do some rehabilitation exercises for my knee. Because again, my knee was playing up last night. And my pops has just had surgery on his knee, and I don't want to have to go down the surgery route because I'll just be out of action. And just don't even like the idea of them cutting my knee open. So no, not going to happen. Glow Beats was awesome. It was very hot in there, and I'm going to address an issue that can be quite difficult. I've mentioned it in the newsletter, which will go about later. And I've mentioned it on Instagram. And basically, it's to do with personal hygiene, guys. And there's no easy way for me to say this. So I'm just going to address the elephant in the room. It can get really hot and sweaty in that room, as you know, and you can get a bit ripe. You can get a bit ripe. And you may or may not know when you're getting a bit ripe. Now, I really don't want to have to come up to people and say you're getting a bit ripe, because I understand it can be a difficult topic to broach. So I'm saying it collectively. I just want everybody to be mindful that when you get hot and sweaty, sometimes you can get a bit ripe and you can smell it in the room. Now, I'm not saying it happens every week, okay? But, on occasion, we can all get a bit ripe. I mean, geez, I might get a bit ripe, but all I'm saying to you is if you're not sure, not 100% sure as to whether or not you're getting a bit ripe, just put some deodorant on before class. I mean, if you don't like to use the standard deodorant, there's fragrance-free deodorant out there, or there's my daughter has one that doesn't have the aluminium and everything in it. So I don't know how you would describe that. It's just like more eco-friendly. I don't know. But just make sure that you just pop a bit of deodorant on before you come to class, so under the old pits, and have a little bit of a squirt. And what we'll do is we'll start leaving deodorant at the front of the room as well. So if anybody wants to grab it and have a squirt during class, then they can. But all I'm saying is just be a little bit more mindful of the people that you're dancing around when we're all getting a bit hot and sweaty and ripe. I promise I will put deodorant on before class. I do rush around quite a lot, and if I forget, I apologise. And I'm going to make sure I wear deodorant. So personal hygiene, like I say, it can be a difficult topic to broach, but I'm just putting it out there collectively because I don't want to make anybody feel away. Just be a bit more mindful, guys, especially as it's getting hotter. I mean, it's cold now, but in the summer it's going to be really hot, and there's going to be more people out there as well. So we used to have a freshen up kit on the desk years ago, and I used to have like chewing gum in there, although I don't allow chewing gum in class, so you will get told off if you're chewing in class because it's not safe if you swallowed it. So we used to have mouth spray in there, deodorant, and I think it was baby wipes. I think we had baby wipes in there as well. So I'll start bringing that back to class because, sometimes you don't always remember to put deodorant in your bag. So if you want to use it, I'll have to make sure that I get one that's not overly fragrant. Yeah, overly fragrant, just in case any of you guys are super sensitive. So, yes, that was all I wanted to talk about, was it? No, Cardio Central Online, forgive me, because half term, it just proper. I can't get any work done when the kids are out. I mean, it's only because Steve's downstairs now that I'm able to get work done. And I'm watching the clock because we've got to leave in 5 minutes to go and watch Sonic the Hedgehog. So it is going to be online next week. It's definitely going to be online before the end of the month. Workouts are already uploaded. I've just got to put some of the motivational clips on there, and I'm also putting a free recipe book on there as well, so you can access some recipes. This is a recipe book I did ages ago, so you guys will be able to download that for free. And then if there's anything else, once you've got access to the membership, remember it's only £5 for your first month. Once you've got access to the membership, once you go through it, and bear in mind I'll be adding content to it every single week, then please just suggestions. You can email me or send me a private message on Facebook and just let me know, because I'm able to provide content fairly quickly. And then as soon as Rosie D is up to scratch, then I'll be getting her filming as well. So that's it from me. I'm going to go because I need to brush my teeth and put some deodorant on, so I don't gas my kids in the cinema. And yeah, have a great weekend. And again, thank you for being awesome, because trust me, you guys pulled me out of a funk yesterday. I needed it, and I love you guys so much. And thank you for reigniting that spark and reminding me why I teach community fitness. So have a good one, and I will speak to you all real soon. Take care, and bye-bye.